episode number 12-ish, I think. I don't know. I lost track. It's whatever it says, like, kind of in the description bar, okay? That's just how it's going right now. And as you can see from the title, it is Tired Teacher Life, because the last 2 weeks have been kind of exhausting. And I was doing a few things that I wanted to make sure that, for those of you who've watched my previous episodes, welcome back. I appreciate you guys coming back and watching me. And for those that are new, well, let me give you a little explanation. So, with the addition of Dee from Dee's 20 Stitches, they've done an excellent job in bringing a lot of crafters' attention to, equality and trans rights, the movement that we've really been pushing for. And I am a middle school teacher, for those of you who do not know, and I do have a trans student in my school, and since I teach 6th through 8th grade, there's only one grade level in the building that I do not teach. So I really want to make sure that I'm cognizant of the fact that I want them to be accepted, and I want them to be accepted for who they are, and I want a lot of the kids in the schools to grow and have that same mentality. And with, unfortunately, the author's views, Harry Potter's author's views, a lot of those rights are being restricted and people are being harmed in Great Britain especially, but then also in the United States. So I really want to make sure that I'm cognizant of the fact of who I'm purchasing from and who I'm kind of sharing with you guys as people that I've purchased from. And unfortunately, one of the projects that I have stitched on and I've gotten caught up with, it is a SAL. If you watch my previous episodes, you will see that SAL. But I've put together a letter that I do plan to email to a lot of these companies, kind of explaining my stance and hope that to bring awareness to the causes. So I kind of skipped last week, A, because I was exhausted, but B, because I wanted to make sure that I was supporting people who, and kind of advertising for people who really shared some of the same viewpoints that I do. So I've kind of gone back and I've taken a look. Now I am not 100% clean on this yet, so it is obviously a work in progress, but I won't be talking about a few companies, and definitely I won't be including that pattern designer specifically until I hear back. So just know that sometimes at least right now, there is a pattern that I am not going to share until I hear back. When I hear back, or if I hear back, then I will, either put this back on, or I will start to share it, or you won't hear about it anymore. But I have definitely taken down all pictures of that project, even from my Instagram. So that's just a little bit of a background. So for those of you who are new, I hope that doesn't turn you off, but if it does, then, this is kind of for me, and a little bit for you guys to see if there's any enabling going on, and to share your thoughts and your opinions, but just know that, I am one that firmly believes that people are people, and I shouldn't be involved in somebody else's business if it, that's not my business. that's not my business. So, and because I have that right, and because I have that ability, I really need to start making sure that I, stick up for those who don't necessarily have that same ability. So, there we have PSA, kind of out of the way. I got some projects because, like I said, I've been stitching, but I haven't necessarily been sharing because I missed last week. And it was a week. I think the last time we talked, My softball season was still going. The last 3 games ended up being canceled. The second to last one, again, because of, 2020, and the ongoing struggles, especially when we're talking about school. And the one that was our last game on Saturday was also canceled, mostly due to rain, because it was raining the night before, and they weren't sure how the fields were going to be the following day, which was not a problem because that thing was at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and that would have meant that I would have had to have been at the field at like 8:30, which would have meant that I was getting up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock on a weekend, which was like no bueno. And I was not all about that life. And if you watch Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching, my comment from their Flosstube number 221 or 221 was their pinned comment for the week. And it talks about how I loathe waking up in the morning. I really do. Waking up is quite honestly the worst thing. I do like to just kind of relax and sit. And so, I mean, I guess when you're talking about best new thing, that's kind of a fun one. So I'm going to go with, that's one of my best new things. I'm going to StitchCon B, so anybody that is going to StitchCon B, I'll be there. I'll see you there. And the only other thing is my mom's talking about going to Australia in the summer of 2021. So that's pretty cool. So 2022. So 2022 should be pretty neat. So I'm excited for that. And so with all that fun stuff out of the way, let's get started on the stitching and kind of show you my progress. This is someone that I have not necessarily, it goes this way, that I have not necessarily checked too much, but this is Apricot Polkadot, and this is their temperature sow. And I am caught up through last Saturday to here. So I've got 7 days. I typically stitch on this on Sundays. So I have those 7 days to finish up. And you can kind of tell it was warm, it's pretty warm, and then now we're getting into those cooler temperatures again because autumn is coming. Not winter is coming. I guess winter is coming too. But I'm liking it. It's super cute. I like the way the colors like change, and it really does change the pattern. I'm just going to look over here for a little bit because it really does, even though like some of these are like completely different colors, the scheme really does kind of rainbow out, and I really like it. I think it's fun, and it's super quick, so that I like about that a lot too. So I think I'm looking to do Christy from Christy's Crafting Corner. I think I'm looking to do her bookcase next year. Or I do like the tree that Pam from why am I drawing a blank? Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. All of a sudden it's got enough in it. Why can't I think of it? Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. I like the tree with the different colored leaves. I think that one's fun too. For next year. But I don't know. It's coming up super fast. Like, I don't know what happened to the year so far. So that is where I'm at on Apricot Polkadot's Temperature Sow, or Temperature Mandala. I am stitching it on 14 count, just Charles Craft Ada, and I am stitching it 2/1. That's how I'm stitching that. And I didn't do too much work on this, but this is my Heaven and Earth Designs. This is, can you tell? This is Which Way by Molly Harrison. Put in about another 100 stitches in there, maybe a little bit more. I'm trying the parking method. I'm also like dragging these threads over to kind of stitch in behind. The back is a hot mess, like, but I guess, I mean, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, so I'm liking it. I do like it. Stitching it 1/1, 28 count. Easy Grid from Swigart, I think. And then I got the floss bobbin to kind of hold on to ones that are going to be down there further. But I like it. It's the first hate I've done, so I'm not 100% sure, like, how well I'm doing on it, but I do need to bring it out more. But I also, I'm just taking my time on it. That was my autumn equinox start. So I started that on September 23rd, the first day of autumn this year. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right back in its home for the time being. And until I can check out these bags, anything that I'm putting in a bag that I did not make myself, I am not going to be sharing who the bag maker was, or I'm not going to be showing it. So I made the bag, I made some of my bags, and so that's how I do things. So the next thing that I have been working on is a Mill Hill kit. It's buttons and beads. Let me get a piece of something to put behind it. And I didn't take a picture of my start before I started it, so I'm hoping I can still use this for drills and chills, because they did open it to cross stitch. But I finished a lot of the moon. I mostly just have this and like a couple of this, but I finished a lot more of this. I'm still not a fan of perforated paper. Still not a fan. I think it looks, I don't know, and I think my stitching gets weird on it, and I think it shows like all the little issues that you have. So it's like on some of them I tried to do, I guess it's the English method, where you stitch all one leg and then you go back and stitch the other. But when you do that, sometimes my stitches or my tension maybe just gets off a little bit, which means that I've got like a funky bump, and I don't know. Sometimes I can hide that with others, and this one is just, but I think it's super cute. I can't wait to get it done. I'm hoping to finish it in October, so I will be pulling this one out a little bit more. I might take it to school and kind of work on it at school, because it does a pretty good job, or it's pretty portable. So, and I don't need a magnifier. I don't really need a magnifier anyway, but I like to use a magnifier. And I made it my own kit. So this is my own bag. I made that bag. So. But what I like about others' bags, which is why I buy more of the other people's bags, is they're soft and fluffy, and I really need to know what they use. It's probably quilting backing, but I don't know. Okay, one of the other things that I worked on was Witchy Stitchers, Cryptid Sal. You're also getting a glimpse of one of my purchases. I had seen Danielle from Stitcherista purchase a couple of different things off Amazon, which I really don't want to purchase off of Amazon too much anymore, but anyway, these are handicraft, or handy clamp, scroll rods, and I really liked them, and so I was like, I thought, because what I had been using for this was just like an 8x8 Q-snap, because it would fit the area that I needed to stitch in. I was like, well, I might as well just throw it on the scroll rod, and then I can stitch on it as I need to, and I don't have to keep taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, because this over here was a little shy, and so I'm always a little bit concerned about harming the fabric. So I got Chupacabra done, and it's right there next to my Chupacabra needle minder. That needle minder is from Mad from Minders. I don't think Mad for Minders has any HP, but I have to go back and check. I know that one of my other favorites does have like a couple, but I think this one was okay. So, I don't have all of it out, obviously, but you've seen the other parts. But you can see that I finished the Jersey Devil. I do a pretty good job keeping up with this. These are pretty quick. I carried the threads like crazy on this Chupacabra because I was just not having all these single stitches all over the place. So I'm going to have to do something about that when I go to frame it, but, or whatever I decide to do with it. But this is, that's a stitch. Silly me. Okay. This is stitched 2/2 on a 32 count Zweigart Lugana in the colorway Lavender. It's a little bit more purple than this. It's probably closer to that, I would say. But yeah, I like it. It's super fun. And these hand clamp spool rods are super nice too. And then, like I said, I got these. These keep the tension on the fabric pretty nice too. Going across that way. So that's Witchy Stitcher, Cryptid Sal. Super fun. Highly recommend. Quick stitches each week. This is the bag that I made for it. And that is not going to go on the floor. That's about the only thing that I need to do is get some kind of cover for these scroll frames. And what I see Teresa Little Stitcher, she keeps the spreader bars, like, and she can change the spreader bars for different projects. And then she just keeps the scroll rods with the fabric rolled up and placed in like a fabric cloth for it. So I'm probably gonna have to look into either. I'm probably gonna end up making myself some. So let's just be honest on that one. Okay. And then lastly, I pulled out my Transpride tapestry. Like I said, I haven't been stitching a whole lot because I'll come home from work and I'll just like crash. It's kind of bad right now. What I'm excited about is in a couple weeks we will have a couple days. It's fall break coming up, and then but it's going by so fast. So, but those are going to be a couple long days right before fall break. So where I'll be going pretty much from time school starts at 7:15 until 7 o'clock at night, with a few breaks in between. But anyway, I pulled out Transpride Tapestry because I went to the MMIW G2S Zoom call today, and I was like, rather than try to think about anything, I was like, I'm to the point where most of this is fill-in. So, except with the exception of over here, most of this is fill-in. There's a little bit of counting that needs to come on because there's some white that goes down through there, but and for the unicorn. So, and then there's some counting down in here. So if I go ahead and I get all that done, anytime I'm on a Zoom or I don't need to think, I can just pull this big old unicorn out and just stitch the fill-ins. So I'm considering trying, because I got the silks from Ymir from so 32 count linen, Belfast linen, dyed by Brandy from Bestitch Me. It's a Friday Night Fight Night win, so it's unnamed. And I'm stitching this 2/2 with Ymir, a conversion from Ymir silks. I've gone through and I've listed out everything, my conversion on one of my other floss tubes. I think it was the first one. Where was I going with that? Oh, so I really like the sheen that the called for Diamant uses. And I have two rolls of it or whatever. I don't like the texture of it, mind you. But then I got Ice Queen for the unicorn from Ymir, and I'm considering I might do a trial on like one of these pieces on the outside. I might do a trial and see what the 2 strands of silk look like with the 1 strand of like Diamant. and see kind of how that looks, because that might give it a little bit of shimmer and sparkle. Because that diamant, when you strand it, is super, super thin, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna try it and see what I think. It might not fly, but that's gonna be a while, because I still have something like a little over 1,800 stitches left of my Lily of the Valley to do with this before I get to just the white part, and then I just stitch all the white. But I think it's super pretty. I like it. It doesn't require thinking. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of the year, but who knows? Who knows? I did not go crazy buying stuff. Okay, I did buy the new scroll rods because I like the scroll rods a little bit, because I don't like to move things in the Q-snap a lot. So one of the other things that I pulled out was this was a lot smaller one of those handy clamp ones, but this is for Christmas ornaments, and I really need to, well, I need to finish Christmas morning diamond painting. That's a given. But I really want to start on Christmas ornaments for myself. And then there is Winter White Santa from Mirabilia that I really want to start on too. I got so many things that I want to start, and I just, because Michelle Garrett from Bendy Stitchy, she's doing the Halloween Advent from Tiny Modernist, and I really like it. I think it's cute, but I need a couple more flosses. I have most of it. Can't decide which kind of outline I want to go through, because I have silks from Brandy at Be Stitch Me. Decisions. But I also know that there's enough projects right now that I kind of just want to keep up on. So I did my SAL. So my SALs are caught up right now. So all this week I can do whatever I want. Sorry, foot itch. Whatever I want this week. Whatever I want. So, purchases. Handy clamp scroll rods. And I like them. I like this length for some reason. It's like just the right length for whatever size fabric this is. But what stinks is this 18-inch one that I got from Roll-A-Frame just isn't quite big enough to fit like Halloween Quaker, or I guess I get a fat 8, the 18 by 27. It's just shy, so it's like you need 19-inch frames. It's kind of silly. Anyway, so I got that. One of the things that I purchased that was at Galleria, but they didn't have the pattern. Oh my goodness, why is my foot itching? I bought from Galleria. It was sent to me in the mail. I had seen this again, Steph from Just Keep Stitching. She had purchased this one. Where's the Party? It's by Michelle Ink Designs. I got it from Needleworker's Delight, and this should be super fun. It's big, 150 by 156. I saw the model at Galleria, or a model, and it's super cute. So I really like it, but when I'm gonna stitch it, I got no idea. No idea. One of the other things that I purchased, I had purchased actually a while ago, so I just cut this open. I have not looked at it, but I ordered Hex Hotel, and I ordered three little hexes from D at D20 and Kari, and I was late. I didn't get a chance to purchase like the pack, but I did. All of a sudden I saw on their Instagram that they had the packs kind of coming out. So anyway, the cards, that's not the right one. These are the cards, one from D, one from Kari. Super cute, super fun. I like their little messages on the back. A little thing of cat stickers, super cute. Look at those Halloween kitties. Adorbs. And as you can see, I have not opened these, but I opened both, or I bought both minders, and you guys will see me put this directly on the pattern that I'm stitching, that it came with, or that it goes with. Obviously not Hexotop, because I'm not stitching that one yet, but the other one is. Anyway, so I lucked out, and I got, again, when they, deposted on Instagram that or on their Instagram, that their Hex Minder came out, and I got the glitter one. I got the pink glitter one, so that was super cute, and I will put that over there until I get a chance to start stitching on them. I might do one of the little hexes for Drills and Chills if my Halloween one doesn't fit, but anyway. So I like this butterfly sticker. I'm kind of on a sucker for butterflies right now. But then I also got their transparent tapestry needle minder as well, a luxury few can afford. So that will go right here, right away. Yay! Super excited. So I was gonna hold off on buying Hex Hotel. I was gonna hold off on buying little hexes. But when you purchase a needle minder, you gotta do what you gotta do. So the patterns were in the order too. It's just the way things gotta go. Okay. Fabric of the Month Club from Mystic Fabrics. She sends these out so stinking fast, and this is beautiful. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to put on it, but it is beautiful. The green looks really deep on that, but it's a little bit paler. But the shading of the green and the pinks and it's just beautiful. It's just so incredibly beautiful. So, yeah. I also put my name on Jody's Fabric of the Month from Steel City Stitchers. So, on the wait list for that one, too. So, there's that. And then the last thing I purchased, I've been struggling a little bit trying to find, because we all know that I'm not a really big fan of bobbinating, and because I just don't like, oh, it's kind of funky. Bobbinating is not my thing, and I'm not really a huge fan of, this got a lot of bubble wrap. I want to pop all of these right now. Not really a huge fan of floss away bags. Now my desk is a mess. I cleaned it off just for this. But I like floss drops. I like being able to pull the one thread, or pull the thread out, not have it not have all that crazy stuff happen. But the one thing that I've struggled with is being able to find a length for the DMC that isn't too long, isn't too short, because I don't like to keep getting new threads out. That kind of irritates me a little bit. So I'm one that typically likes the longer threads. So I do have one of the, I don't know what these things are called, Floss Minders. I do have one, I can't think of who it was from right off the top of my head. It's in one of my previous videos. But then I saw this, and I really liked the color, and I liked one other feature that came on this. It's a little sticky right now from the polyurethane. But anyway, This is made by, anyway, let's just show it there. It's like Union Woodworking for Witchy Stitchers. Again, I got this off Etsy, but I really adored this purple, the purple wood that came with it. And the other thing that I really liked is once you like wind it, your scissors just slide right in that little groove and snip, snip away. Snip, snip away. So, I got 13 inches, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I could look at the invoice. Maybe about 12 inch. So we'll see what I think about this. I have a 9 inch one, I think. We'll see what I think about this one. I might be a happy medium in between these two, but this might be my DMC. I like the shorter one for my silks because I don't want to mess with my silks too much. So that's that. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Probably am forgetting something. But yeah, that's my stuff. That's my stitching, that's my progress. 31 minutes, that sounds about right. I didn't go crazy with haul because, man, my last video, guys. I gave you a break last week. That's what it was. I'm making up for it now. But yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to look through the magazines that I got from Galleria, from the freebie table. I need to do that. There's so many projects that I want to stitch. I can't even tell you. One of the other things, it's mostly kitted. Maybe I can get your advice here. Give me 1 second as I run across my room. I grab this here. Alright, so for the Tiny Modernist Halloween Advent, I thought a fun fabric might be, and I put this in a little bag that I made, might be the Mystic Fabric Glow. This thing is like neon yellow, guys. I showed you this before, but it doesn't ever really, yeah, it's not giving you the neon. It's neon yellow, man. That is some neon yellow. So it's not really coming up or showing up on this. But anyway, I have most of the flosses. I'm missing like 1 or 2. But then I couldn't decide what I should use for the border. I liked this one because it had the blue, like the dark blues. But then I started looking at it and I was like, I don't know if I like that one. And then I saw Galaxy, and I was like, ooh, Galaxy's nice because it's got the purples and the blues. But then I was like, I don't know, that pinkish kind of color just, it isn't in these color flosses. We got oranges, so I would, you know, if it were orange maybe. But then I had this, which is kind of an unnamed purplish color. Like, maybe I'll do the purple color. And when I posted it on Instagram, a lot of people said the purple. So that it wouldn't detract from the rest of it. But I don't know. Still debating. So that's why I haven't started that. Along with the fact that I got a million other projects that I need to work on. But who doesn't? It's always fun to start. And I need to pull out my Galleria starts. Those I should be finished with. But I didn't pull those out. Maybe I need to bring those to school and finish those before I start on something else. I don't know. Maybe I'll work on that later today. Decisions, right? Decisions. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what's up with me. Sorry about last week. Again, I'm in the process of really trying to decide who I show and share. And sending out those emails to see if I can you know, continue to show and share people, if they, you know, decide that they feel the same way, that everybody's rights should be everybody's rights, and we shouldn't step on anybody else's rights. So there you have it. There we are. That's where I'm at. I hope you all had an excellent week. I'm gonna put that over here. Those are all my other Be Stitch Me silks, by the way. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all the colors. I got so many, and I haven't used any of them yet, so I'm like dying to try them. Okay. Hope you all had a great week. Again, welcome to anyone new. I hope you stick around. Do the like, subscribe thing down below. If you have some opinions, thoughts, questions, comments for me, obviously, please also put them in the comments down below. And I hope you all have a great week, or 2 weeks, depending on how long it takes me to film another one of these. And we will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody. Until that time, obviously, go see your doctor, do what you need to do, make sure you're healthy, talk to who you need to talk to, and be safe out there.